Hi, I'm Paul Jenner from Purified Golf. What I'm going to talk to you today about is spine alignment on a golf shaft and FLO, flatline oscillation. Okay, all the PGA Tour pros have their clubs spine aligned, pured or flowed. Okay, so the club bends in the same direction back and forth every time. Okay, it gives you a much straighter, more consistent golf shot. So we're going to test this rescue, tailor-made rescue. It's probably 3-4 years old now, and let's see how it performs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp the butt of the club into the vise here. It's a special vise with rubber jaws. Okay, we're going to line it up so that the face is square and it's toe up position. Okay, so let's lock it in. Okay, let's get that face. Okay, that looks pretty square. So what we're going to do now is we're going to load the shaft as if we're hitting. Okay, so I'm going to put some pressure, then we'll release it and we'll see how it performs. Okay, as you can see, the shaft is an overspin shaft, and now we're oscillating up and down. So this is not good. This would be very difficult to hit consistent shots, as you can see the shaft. Let's do it again. Okay, so we're getting a big overspin and then up and down. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to pull the club apart. Okay, I'm going to use my extractor here. I'm going to heat it up, pull it apart, and then we're going to realign it. Okay, so we get a good flow. Okay, so what I've got here, we've got a multi extractor. I'm going to clamp the club in, special clamp, so that the shaft doesn't get damaged. Nice rubber jaws on it. Okay, so we tighten it in. Okay, we've got our little metal bracket here that goes over to help get the head off. Okay, nice and tight. Put some pressure on it. Okay, so I'm going to use a heat gun now. First thing I'll do is put my glove on so we don't get burnt. Okay, so we're going to get our heat gun, we're going to apply heat and we're going to slowly put pressure on to get the head off. Okay, it normally takes about a minute. Okay. So melt the ferrule first. Put pressure. So we've broken the seal, turn the heat gun off. Right. Use the pressure, take the head off. Be careful, it's quite hot, so make sure it's put in some cold water. Let's get the final bit off. Alright, so you got a bit of melted ferrule, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, put some water. Nice and cool. Okay, unclamp the shaft. Okay, so we're just going to clean all the glue off so that we can refit it back into the head. Just scrape. What we need to do also is just drill the end of the shaft to get all the glue out so that we can refit the shaft without it getting an air pocket. Just use a small drill piece. Just like that. And what I do is I cut the end out too. Get the fragments out so I don't have a rattle. Alright, so next thing we do, we're going to locate the spine of the shaft. Okay, so I've got a special device here that we're going to use, a spine finder, which is a ball bearing device. So we'll get rid of this, the extractor. Okay, so what we've got here is the spine finder. Okay, 2 ball bearings, really good quality ones. Okay, so they're nice and smooth. Put that in the clamp. Okay, so what we do is we put the shaft through the bearings, just a little bit out the other side there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to mark the shaft with some tape. Okay, get my texture ready to mark the spine. Okay, now we use another bearing, alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to put some pressure on the shaft, okay. So I'm going to put some force about 1 inch on, and I'm going to load the shaft. Now this shaft will roll into a position where the spine is on top. Okay, so I'm going to put some pressure on here. Okay, so you can see I try and turn the shaft and it will always fall back into the same pressure, back in the same position. So that spine is along the top here. You can see how that's nice and rigid. So what I do is I'm going to mark the spine on the top with a texter, and that gives me a good reference point to work out my flow. Okay, it just speeds the process up. So generally the spine will be towards the target. If we're setting up, okay, the spine will be aiming at the target because that's the strongest part of the shaft that wants to bend on. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to try and get a nice flow. Alright. So like I said, I'm going to put the shaft back into the clamp, and we're going to put the spine of the shaft facing the target. Okay, and we're going to start from that position, and we'll just manually play with it until we get the right position. Okay, so we get the club head on. Okay, so we'll get it so it's nice and secure, so it's not going to move. Okay, let's see how we go. First go. Okay, you can see this shaft still spinning over. Okay, so generally the overspin means the spine's too low, so we're going to lift it up. Okay, so I'm going to rotate it a couple of degrees, move the head back to a position, and we'll try it again. Okay, still oscillating over the top. Okay, so we're going to move it a little bit again. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, you can see now it's getting pretty close. Let's just have a look. It's pretty good, yeah. Okay, so now we've got a pretty good flow on that golf club. That's going to perform a lot better than before. Okay, let's check it one more time. Yeah, that's nice. Nice and flat, really good position. So now what we do, we're going to mark the shaft again in that position. So what I'm going to do is right up towards where we glue the shaft, mark it, texture. Okay, so we'll line it up so that we use this as a reference. When I glue the head on, I know that I'm getting it in the right position. Okay, if I unclamp this now, you can see the shaft decal now is almost the opposite. Before it was right underneath, and now it's sort of on top to the right. Okay, so before TaylorMade lined the shaft up so the decal is underneath. Okay, you can see the perfect position to create a flow and alignment is actually the paintwork's changed. Okay, that's the way it is. Alright, but this club is going to perform a lot better now. Okay, so that's how we spine align and create flow. I guarantee you'll hit the ball straighter. Check me out on Purified Golf, www.purifiedgolf.com.au, or have a look on YouTube, Purified Golf. Good golfing. Cheers.